Hi, and welcome to Coding After Work, where we code.
It's that time again, and
It
it's
is.
after work.
For us at least.
That's true.
I'm guessing not for everybody. But we are doing some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, we have some first. Nice. Nicely done.
And a question, am I first?
I think so. Well, technically, you and I have been here for a while.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Coding
Yeah.
after work was technically first.
Incoming! We have a great chat room, don't we? Well, I think so. Good evening, good morning, good night, whatever time zone you're in. For us, it's evening. It's after work.
It is evening, yeah.
And we have stuff to show.
Yes, let's...
Because today
let's
is
dig
3
in.
weeks before an awesome event.
3 weeks. So chat room, any guesses of the reference?
Oh, you have to settle for bronze. Well, actually, you get gold for chat room.
That's true.
I would say
That's true.
3, 2, 1.
Right, let's switch over here.
We had a countdown.
So 3 weeks, .NET Frontend Day.
Yes, I am so looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's been, well, I wouldn't say a year in the making, but at least it's been in the making for some time.
I think we got rated. Hey,
Hey.
Layla. Hey, friends of Layla. We are just announcing that it's only 3 weeks until .NET Frontend Days.
Yeah, with some amazing speakers.
Yes. I know, right?
And talking about Lila.
I know. Just like that. It's
Yeah.
like she knew. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this. It will be amazing. We have some awesome content, awesome speakers, and also we have some awesome sponsors.
Yes. Let's bring those into view as well.
Yeah. We
So
have
Progress, Pact, Microsoft, IF, and 1337 or 13.
Yeah, I'm guessing we
37.
need to translate that because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Leet. It's
Exactly.
Leet. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that.
So what are we working on today?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. We got that question. Perfect
but
timing.
I actually read that in the chat. So what are we doing? We're going to take a look at the backlog, perhaps.
Yes.
So last time we talked about, we got a message from a Twitter follower that they wanted to add full names. We actually didn't do that last time.
Can I just jump in?
Yeah.
So we are doing a
ahead.
Blazor page.
Okay,
We are
you're going.
rewriting our formerly very horrible webpage that we just, I don't know, pick and mixed whatever we we got from the internets.
Let's
And we
bring,
have just started to rewrite it, redesign it, redoing everything in Blazor.
Blazor server.
Yes, Blazor
Actually,
server.
we do have both. So we do have Blazor server and we got a WebAssembly version, but the one that we have published is Blazor server.
Yeah.
So this is the page that
So
we're
we
working on.
have a podcast with the same name. We have the stream, and we have a meetup, and we have a YouTube channel which we post some content amongst this. So we want one place to find all of that goodness. So that's what we're working on.
Yeah.
And we got a tweet from a viewer, listener. I'm not sure if it was from the podcast or from the stream. But they wanted a subscription service of sorts or an
Yes.
RSS.
Yeah, could you put the URL for the event in the chat?
Oh,
We got a
yes.
question, event link.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Thank you.
How did I miss that?
Have you followed the logo guidelines for sponsor logos?
I'm guessing you were here for my rant there for last time.
I'm pretty sure we do not do that.
Don't open that box.
Yeah.
But it was a glorious rant.
Glorious.
Thank you. Yeah, I haven't checked his stuff yet, but I know at least 2 of them are. But I will go back to them. Oh, they're opening the box. They're opening it. Uh-oh.
They're poking Pandora.
What's the worst that can happen? You have no idea.
All right. So the person that contacted us wanted us to add full names, and we had that in the sprint last time, or that we wanted to do that
presentation.
last time.
Yeah.
But we didn't do that. And
because we thought we were famous and just said Jimmy and Jessica. No, I don't know.
Madonna.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's
Artist
add
formerly
sprint
known
15.
as. Developer formerly known as. So we have the shortest sprints in the history of mankind, I believe. They are 90 minutes, tops. Just because we want to try out Azure DevOps. Well, you have a little bit more experience in that than I do. And it's good to show off. And next time we will try, well, not next time, next project, we will go over to Git.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So you want to...
Personal sprints are about 9 months. That is too long. I'm sorry.
Yep. I feel you.
And you do have mid-sprint deployment. We are doing good. Go eat. That is always good. We need that energy.
So we want to add full names.
Yes.
So let's do that.
I think we can manage that.
We did a little bit of after work coding yesterday.
Yes.
And we went through the CSS, and we still got work to do, but I wanted to just bring it in here and just talk briefly about what we did off stream.
Yeah, because we have said from the beginning we want to do quick and dirty stuff. Well, actually not quick and dirty, just baby steps. And we need to go over that and reiterate. And we changed some stuff and we realized we need to do something else.
Yep.
And all of a sudden the CSS looks like a mess. So we're starting to clean that up as well.
Definitely not done.
No.
So what we talked about yesterday was that we wanted to add a Find Us page.
Yeah.
And we got this one down here. I'm going to pull that up here.
Yeah.
Add Find Us. And the nice thing with that point is that we're going to solve Show Meetup. We're going to solve Twitch, TikTok, and Discord.
Wow, that is a lot of items.
I know.
That's the most items we have had in one sprint.
So hopefully I can deliver. No pressure.
We're taking bets now. Will he make 7 items in 90 minutes?
So let's
start with those.
Let's go into code.
Yes.
You're not here to see DevOps. So we had a new colleague or a consultant at work, and I mean Azure DevOps is not the best name really.
No.
But there are 2 ways you can go, because people are lazy. People are going to try to shorten that naming as much as possible.
Yeah, of course.
So we basically have 2 options. Azure, have you put that on Azure yet? Or
Ooh.
have you put that in DevOps?
Or we have an AD.
AD would work as well. Yeah.
That's another one. And all
Is that
of those
in AD?
is other products.
So my colleague asked this new guy that haven't worked with us at all before, so have you seen DevOps? And he was like, what do you mean?
What do you mean seen?
what is this DevOps you speak of?
Yeah, it will not create confusion at all.
Not at all. All right, so let's take a look at our fantastic CSS.
I am in the way from your file. Well, you fixed it now.
So what we did basically was that I added a little bit of
Comments?
Comments.
Yeah, because That makes sense.
because
We need to
I
have
don't
more.
I don't do CSS. We added, or actually we renamed a file or a style. I think it was called, I don't even remember, doesn't matter.
No.
So we renamed one, we removed one of the attributes and put that in a separate one that I am not finding. It was called top padding, something like that. Where are
Padding
you?
top.
There it is.
Top padding, yeah.
Yeah, top
so
padding.
we had a lot of confusion because it was late last night, and Jimmy said, "Wasn't it called top padding?" No, it's padding top, because I was answering what the actual CSS was called, and you were referring to.
Yeah. So
To the name.
top padding. We added one of those and made sure that all the styles inside of the files here. Let's bring up index, for example, is content layout and has top padding here.
Yeah, so the reason we are using top padding is, one, we don't know CSS that well, and two, we have a menu that is quite large, so we want to push down the content so it doesn't go under the menu.
So if we go back to the site here, where are you? There it is. We have this is push down.
Yeah.
Same thing here, same thing here, and so on. And we did also, if we pull that down a little bit, we are changing the height of the top padding for the mobile version.
Article didn't actually work for this particular thing for some reason. We did try that route, gave up. Might be a me issue, most probably, but that didn't really work out in the constellation we have right now.
So we got that working. We're okay with this.
Yeah.
Again,
for now.
This is
it's a work in progress.
This is not going to be
so much
done.
better than before.
Imagine the day when we're saying we're done.
We will never be done. Have you met me?
All right. So,
I know, right? It's not okay to obsolete tags like that.
what was the name? Blink. Was it Blink?
Yeah, we had Blink or Marquee.
Marquee. Yeah.
We got the Blink here too. Yeah. Ah, the memories. Marquee. We have a Marquee too. I know. It's the best. The little marching ants.
So let's add our page.
Yes, please do.
So.
Because we need somewhere to put it stuff.
Yeah. So we got our add-in that we added last time. We're going to talk a little bit about add-ins later.
Yeah.
Shift F2. Oh, awesome. So find us. No?
While you're typing that, we are going down memory lane here. All website needed an under construction GIF. Yes. And I mean, of course, it was homepages back then. Otherwise, it wasn't a real homepage.
So let me ask you this. I know there are people in the chat that has been working with Blazor for some time. Is there a component for a under construction site, a Blazor component for under construction?
Oh, we should do that.
This must be done.
Yes.
This is the way.
This is the way. With marquee around it and a blinky tag. We should do that. And a crappy 16 by 16 background image. Yes. Yes, please.
So for those of you who
create it open sources and send it to the ASP.NET community stand-up.
So for you who haven't worked with Blazor before, everything in Blazor is components, and a component can have a page directive, which it makes it accessible with a URL or a URI. So in this case, I'm saying @page/find us. So if I go to our site /find us, this is the component that's going to be rendered.
And the Swede here says, yeah, a cat page or a food page. Because if you read that out, it's actually a pre-made food company.
I got it.
It's also a famous cartoony cat here.
So let's bring out. So last time when we built the component, we built a component called media links.
Right. That got all the awesome stuff with the URLs to our pages that we want to show to people where they can find us.
So we're simply going to reuse that
We
one.
encourage bad jokes. It's okay. It's okay.
Is there even a thing?
Especially when you mention cats. You have me...
You
cats
had
and
me at
chocolate.
cat.
I'm in.
So this one, let's go back and just talk about this one briefly.
There's a
So
lot
we-
of this ones going on.
So the media links
Thank you.
component. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I know I have a problem with this, but this isn't JavaScript, so we actually know what this is.
That was a fun joke.
So we have. Let me open the other one here as well and bring in this one. There we go. So we got a component which is called media links. And that has a render fragment called child content. So everything we put inside of the component tags is going to be rendered in the child content here. And we're rendering the child content up here. So what it's going to end up doing is going to create a div. It's going to send a cascading value, which is the component to all the subcomponents rendered in here. I know it can be a little bit tricky to understand, but I hope this will make it a little bit clearer. So we're going to, inside that, we're going to add media link. And that is taking singular, yeah. So it's that is taking a cascading parameter. So that's the value from the parent controller is pushed into that parameter here.
Right.
And we're doing that because we want the parent's base URL. That's what we're looking for. We also got a URL here, which is the URL to our Twitter, to our Instagram, or whatever it may be. And a link type, which is the link type will specify the class name that it's going to use, and also the image name.
Yeah.
So we don't have to supply that for everything.
That is good.
So let's pop back here.
That will always bite me in the behind afterwards.
So we talked about that we changed some things. So article layout was the first iteration that we had. That was the style that we used.
Can I just put in a question here?
Yes, please.
What's the difference between the cascading and the non-cascading parameter?
So let's take a look here. So the cascading parameter is taking cascading values, basically. So let's pop in here. So here I'm saying that I got a cascading value. I can name this cascading value, but as long as the type matches, it's just going to work. So I think I don't remember is it just name? That makes sense. And a parameter is, in this case, is something that I have to supply with URL equals quote whatever value I need to supply. So a cascading parameter and a cascading value, those work together. So if I have a value, it will be sent into a parameter, basically. I hope that makes sense.
This is such an engineering solution. Most people would set up WordPress or an Umbraco and call it a day. It takes a real software dev to do all this because it's fun. We had that concoction before and wasn't happy about it. Oh, if we got the under construction GIF, we also need to support a link to our MySpace page.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Is MySpace even a thing anymore?
I don't think so.
Who owns that domain?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna check.
No.
Because I don't... yeah, let's not do that. Okay, so let's take a look. So we had article layout before. We changed that, and we are calling it page content now.
Right.
And we also need a top padding. I'm going to add that one, like so. So in this case, with the media links, we're sending in the base URL. So that's where it's going to find our images. And let's just go through this again. Underscore content tells Blazor that the file is in an assembly. Might be this assembly. In this case, it is this assembly, the one that where media links is, or it could be another assembly. So in this case, codingafterwork.components, that's the assembly that we're currently in right now. But if you were to use the media links components somewhere else, it needs to have that full name. And here we got link type. So these are the ordinary parameters. We got URL. And as you can see, we're not supplying any parameters for, I don't remember what we called it. What did we call it? This one, parent. So we're not supplying a parent parameter here because that is solved completely by value, cascading value. We don't even have a parameter parent here. See, we can't even set that.
They fix it for us.
Yeah.
I like when they fix stuff for us.
So what we want to do is we want to add
is awesome.
podcasts. Let's add podcasts here. Podcast. There we go. And in the podcast, we want only podcast links.
Yes, that makes sense.
So we're gonna just grab this one as it is. There we go. Pop this one down here. And we're gonna remove all of... Actually, we're gonna keep that one. We're gonna remove all the other things here.
Except the podcasts.
There we go. And there were some kind of rules, wasn't it? Apple had to be. Do you remember?
Oh, you mean regarding where to put them?
Mm-hmm.
Apple needs to be first.
Yep.
Spotify doesn't care. From what I need to read up on that one. Google, I think, didn't they? They were like, we don't want to be in the way. We should be the smaller thing on.
They wanted to be last. If I remember
think so
correctly.
too. I think so too. Just like put us last. It's okay.
We don't care.
But they are smart because, of course, they know that Apple needs to be first. And as humans, we remember the first and the last best.
Yeah.
So whatever is sandwiched in between, sorry, Spotify, doesn't get as many points. Yeah, they want the sympathy points.
So the second thing is video or streams.
Yes.
Video/stream.
And then we do not want the podcasts.
We don't want the podcast. That's correct. Let's remove those and let's keep those.
Poor little Google, so easily forgotten.
This is absolutely not what I had in mind. Let's do that again. There we go. And last but not least, we got social. I don't know if that's the good name or what, but let's go with social. There we go. And for social, we want to add... actually, let's grab this again and paste it. Media... Did I not copy that one as well?
I'm not sure. You copied all of them at some point.
Oh no, Oh no. Okay, let's bring in this one again. Copy the media links. There we go.
We are having such nostalgic times in the chat room. We are talking Lycos. We are talking, what else did we mention? The, oh my gosh, Alta Vista. GeoCities.
So we talked about, at work, we talked about before, there was a time before Google, as you mentioned, Alta Vista and all of those. But I remember, I think it was called WebFerret or something like that. It was an application that would actually, you could search and it would go out and get all the results from different search engines and then get that result back.
WebFerret actually worked. Yeah, those were the days. And
Right.
Yahoo!
So we have Discord, TikTok, Meetup, and we got Twitter. Not Twitch, Twitter. And I just happen to know that the URL is
Not Meetup? Oh, you accidentally.
twitter.com. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, you can spell coding after work, can't you?
Do you want to see me type that?
No, I do not.
Twitter.com.
Hello! And welcome to our very nostalgic chat room today. Loving the t-shirt, thank you! It says underneath, being normal is boring. No, it's complicated. Time to be a unicorn. Jimmy, you must try harder. Are you making me type those URL?
Last time we had a little bit of problem.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember. We couldn't figure out how to type the @ sign without it thinking we were writing code.
So I put a little bit of time into this. So I wanted to, what is up with this? Because I was pretty sure that another just typing @ would solve the problem. And if we're doing something in HTML, so an ordinary HTML tag,
so it would be true.
would work.
Yeah.
But in this case, we have a component, a Blazor component. So what we can do, I'm sure there are better solutions perhaps, but what we can do is simply put
parentheses.
Let me see here. There we go. Just simply say that, hey, this is we're going into .NET space and we're defining a string, and then we don't have to have that sign there. So that's a little bit tricky.
A string literal.
So there we go. And I think
well, that's nice. Well, now I get why it didn't work. The most hacky hack of all hacks. Hack it.
Let's see if it works. Do you think?
And I think someone is lying. I have never done that. Ever. Ever. I'm not sure I actually believe you. Okay, did we get a page?
I don't know. Boom.
We got a page.
So we have Apple Podcasts, Spotify, RSS, Google Podcasts, YouTube and Twitch, and all of us.
Just to reiterate, well, to comment on this Pwitty, I really like to follow the design guidelines, and we need to check up on some more of those. But for instance, Apple Podcasts need to have the little gray ugly border around it, and Google needs to be white. We are not allowed to change the color and design of it. So we will have to go over the other ones and check. So we are in compliance.
I mean, of course, we have the option to just write Apple Podcast and Google Podcast
why not?
and not use the
this is a
images.
good way to showcase that I like to respect other people's
Absolutely.
design guidelines. I do not frown upon those who actually redesign them. That's fine, but still, since it's
So,
not allowed, and I like rules.
do you?
Yeah, I kind of
This is the first I've heard of this.
Sounds respectful. Respectful. I approve. Thank you.
So, we need to have it in the menu as well.
That would be great.
So, where do you want it?
I think last, don't you?
I do.
I think it's very easy to find if it's upper right corner, kind of like that. Usually it's login or something like that. Oh, we even got an approval of the approval. Nice.
Okay, so let's see if this works.
I don't really respect them, but that's not because I've got an eye for design. It's because I'm lazy and haven't looked up the rules, and that's actually what most people do. And it doesn't help that that they actually that the whatchamacallit, where you download the stock photo pages actually provides such redesigned stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hold on. Isn't Findus food? Yes, it is, but it's also find us. But it looks funny. So all the sweets, Findus, will be what we read.
So we're working where I work. We have a web consultancy agency. I'm not going to out the name, but the name of the URL is we are, and then the name of the
Company. So we are coding after work.
Yeah. So I'm like, where what is going on here? Where and this took me hours to figure out.
Once you have started to read it like something else, it's just nope, no going back. So this is now and forever will be for Swedes food, or the cute cat.
So when we have it in mobile version, you see that we have everything from the top down, and I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I like it. Got podcast, we got video
like
stream, social, and all of that goodness. Great. Okay, so what did we have more? We were talking about the About Us page. We're talking about Jim and Jessica. I think here is fine, but down here, perhaps we should add full name. So the question is, should we use
use umlauts or not?
Real one or the almost real one?
Or the third option, which is the passport translation
I think that's a good one.
Fine.
So let's
that's
pop
fine.
this one as well.
We don't want to mess up people's web pages or browsers with iffy text.
Sweet. And we were talking about also adding like Twitter and stuff like that here as well.
Yeah. I have a Twitter. I have a tweet.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool if there was some kind of component for that? That would be.
Could it be a media component? Media link component?
That's a really good name.
I know.
I like
right?
that name.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Now imagine if you already had that written.
That would be nice. Actually didn't have this planned, but I when I saw it, why
You're
not?
You're like a TV chef. Oh, this is supposed to go into the oven for 14 hours. Here it is.
So let's just bring that one in here. See what happens. Might work, might not work. So we don't have a Discord.
No. Well, not privately.
We're not posting anything on TikTok.
We're using that to look at TikTok.
Probably. So do you want to have Instagram or should we just do Twitter?
Let's do just Twitter. That's Twitter. Fine. That's fine.
I usually never post on Twitter. And you
And
are...
on, you mean Instagram, actually?
Yes, I do. That is
You do post
absolutely
on Twitter.
correct. Twitter, I do post that. That's true.
And this is easy for you because you don't have to retype a lot of stuff because we have similar names. Imagine that. We have the same last name. Which is sometimes confusing when you get a package from the postal office, which you sometimes need to go to the office to get. They sometimes just put the initials on it, but at the same time, they're very strict that it's that person who comes and picks it up. So we don't know whether it's for Jimmy or for me because we have the same initials.
Look at that. Twitter.
How did you meet? Yeah, with the same last name and all. Actually, we met online when I was beta testing Jimmy's. It was called Program back then for desktop. I don't remember. Was it XP? I think it was XP. It was way back when. Was it even was it 98?
Well, it was Visual Basic, so it doesn't matter.
No, that's true.
I don't remember.
No, it was year 2000. We first time.
Windows 2000.
Yeah, must have been.
Might have been.
Yeah, XP came out at 2000. Well, then it was probably XP. Or somewhere. XP was involved in some way. Because we chatted for on and off for 2 years. And then my email server crashed. So I used a Yahoo address, actually. That's how long time ago it is. Which had a Star Trek inspired name, and in Sweden, especially at that time, nobody was into Star Trek. Like we were 50 people in the whole of Sweden, and Jimmy was one of them and commented on it, and now we're married.
As things goes.
Yes, you know. Ooh, another one. Let's get married. That's basically how it went.
So we got
still beta test.
Yeah, that's true. So we got a Twitter.
A humongous.
Yeah, we probably need to fix that.
I don't
in some
think
way,
that's according to their guidelines. Actually, pretty sure that you cheated on that one.
I'm pretty sure I did have the guidelines on the screen at some point.
Okay. Yeah, we need to go over those. And with we, I mean I.
But you talked about that we might want to have like two different versions. One that is for smaller screens. In this case, it would just a bird would work.
Yeah, if it's okay with the rules, of course.
Yeah.
Because some of them say if you have a smaller screen, you're allowed to use just a bird and just the icon.
That was one of the things that I found was a little bit iffy with Instagram.
I'm not saying that I just followed you on Twitter, but I may have just followed you on Twitter. Thank you. Looking forward to that.
So I was looking for Twitter spelled out and Instagram spelled out.
Oh, no.
But you only get the bird on the camera.
Yeah. I knew that. Oh, and do you know what font face they use?
I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, damn it. I probably said it before, haven't I? Yeah, so Twitter is using Gotham. It's called Gotham, the font.
And as a DC fan, you really enjoy that.
You're the DC fan. Don't talk smack like that.
So let's pop back to our sprint and see what we are doing here. This is the shortest, fastest
sprint ever.
Add full names.
We did that. Well,
go through the
that.
CSS. We did that.
Yeah, we started.
Added a find us page.
We did that.
Well, go through the CSS in this case was talk about the CSS on the stream. We had a meetup. Twitch, TikTok.
Yep.
Discord.
I saw Discord. Ooh, does this mean the sprint is over and we can start talking about the fun stuff?
So I'm going to start with assigning it all to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mine.
You did all the work. So that's a reference to Red Dwarf and the cat there. Oh, couldn't you go by GE Prime? Thank you. I will do that now. I will walk in there and like, I'm the Prime. GA.
So we're done with the.
Yes, can we
everything.
talk about fun stuff now?
We can.
Well, this was fun too.
What do you want to talk about?
Stuff you put in Visual Studio.
So last time we talked a little bit about plugins or extensions.
Yes.
And there was a person.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the person is in the chat room right now, but the person might be in the chat room right now.
Who talked about don't dox yourself.
Yes.
And I found this is pretty...
Definitely not there.
No. So I've found... I got to check this out because this is a real problem for when you stream like this.
Yeah.
And I want to show you just how amazing this extension is. I'm going to dox myself.
Happy
live
doxing.
On stream. Look at that. So it's actually just removing the text. I'm assuming that it's putting some kind of black box over it or something like that. I can edit it back behind here and stuff like that.
Hey, that's cool.
That is such
in real time.
Super well done, I must say.
You can actually select it. Making you all warm and fuzzy inside. Well, it was real. We told you we were going to try it.
And just a way, that little extra security that makes it possible for us to do things like this. We have app settings.local.json, which contains all the real secrets, if you will, and development and the app settings doesn't actually contain any secrets.
If you select it, does it remain hidden?
If I select it, yes.
Oh, I run my streams in 160p to avoid doxing myself. That is, out of pixel. That's also a good tip.
I really like this. This is really
yeah,
good.
And you didn't put the boxes there. It just knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And,
new favorite.
It is. And last stream we talked about a plugin that I was working on as well. Mm-hmm. But I want to just go back. I want to talk about...
I want that.
What do you want?
I want that URL. Let me grab that. Don't dox yourself. Oh, that was ungoogleable. Okay, carry on. You can talk now.
So, we have a Streamdeck.
We do.
This little guy. You have a big one as well. This is an amazing tool.
It is, for everything.
And there is a guy, Nicholas, that has made a plugin or an extension. No, this is actually called a plugin. Plugin for Streamdeck. So here we can add any command in Visual Studio we can execute from a Streamdeck, which is really nice. So we can take a look here in our Streamdeck software here. So I have created, we're going to come back to the things that I made, but in this case, I can add a parameter, I can add a command, and which is, it could be file.open, for example, to open a file. It can be, one of the things that I'm using it for is set as startup project. Because when you're demoing things, you don't want to right click and let's see here, where is it? There it is, and click it. You just want, click the project, set a startup, done. You can work from there. So this is a super nice project. And while I was searching to find this one, I found this one. Streamdeck Visual Studio, of course. Versus?
Versus what?
So there's a collection of all these nice looking icons that you can use together with this plugin, for example, which is pretty nice. I don't know if it's actually works with... Yeah, so it's actually... He's referring to Nicholas' project here. So it's... and it's also one... he has made one for Visual Studio Code as well.
This is by Keith Milligan?
Is it by Keith? Yes.
Awesome. Then I have the link in the chat room.
So I was super happy with this one because it looks nice.
I assume you have a stream button for git add, git commit, git push. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Why not?
I have a button for, oh, I do not know what I'm doing. Let's just copy that folder to another folder and then something git force and put that back and...
That does not sound fun. Hey, that doesn't... Yo, I do have a favorite button on Streamdeck as well. You
Let
know
me guess.
exactly which it
one?
is. It is! It's Vibing Cat! I actually use it in my classes sometimes. Because everybody will feel better when they see a vibing cat like that. Don't you feel a little bit happier now?
I do feel a little bit more happy now. That is true. That is true.
See, it's my happy button on Streamdeck.
So, with let's go back to Nicholas plugin here, or plugin, yeah. The thing is, I usually say plugin when I'm talking about extension for Visual Studio, but since it's actually it says extension, get extension manager and stuff like that, I'm trying to say the right thing. Yeah,
matters.
So with this one, we can do call a command. So if we go into Visual Studio, we pop into where is it? There are options, keyboard here. We can, if we type, if we add analyze.cancel code method and all of that.
We can't see what it says. Well, maybe on this computer I could.
That is not how you do it. What did I do?
I don't know.
I didn't break anything. That's good. Let's see here. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
So analyze.for project or whatever it may be in this list, you can execute that from the Streamdeck, which is really nice.
So you can basically do everything from Streamdeck.
Yeah. And I was talking about a plugin that I'm working on because I'm pretty bad at typing.
Pretty bad.
And when doing it, when everyone is watching on stage or like this.
Or at home when I'm just in the room. When anyone sees. He's good when nobody's watching. Sorry. Did I mention we're married?
So,
you can type from the Streamdeck. Actually, he's about to show you that.
So what
I hope.
So what I set off doing, I think the first time was we were gonna have a presentation at Microsoft Ignite, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time I used it live. And when you're standing there on stage, there's no moment in ever when you are so stupid as when you are standing on stage. Because even if you've done it like 1,000 times,
does not matter.
You get a little bit more adrenaline, you get a little bit more cortisol.
You will mistype your name.
You need a little bit of help.
I have presented myself as that you were my wife. So, I mean.
And I have presented myself as Jessica, so yeah.
Yeah.
So you need a little bit more help. So I wanted to solve a couple of different problems. So the first one is typing wrong. So typing. Oh, I made that wrong. Let's go back and fix that. That is one problem. The other problem I wanted to solve was, okay, so we're going to type something, and let's see here what, yeah, I got everything there, and yeah, all of that problem, I want to take that out of the equation as well. So I wrote, this is actually a two-part application. I'm only going to show you one part, but let's...
We have other problems as well. Asher usually goes down during my presentations. Exactly. They know.
That is a real problem.
And I also got a tip. I need to start answering the phone as Jimmy because that will confuse the other person.
I'm not against that because
No,
I'm definitely not going to answer the phone. So let's pop into to something here. Let's go here. Just
can you get rid of all the message stuff?
No.
Sticky keys.
I can.
Thank you. Look at all that space.
So we're just gonna have an empty space. So in the software here, so I added command arcs. This is not in the official version. I have done a pull request. I don't know if Nicholas is going to approve it or not, but here I can add a command argument. And in this case, it's one add parameter. And one add parameter is the name of a snippet that I've added into Visual Studio. So in this case...
you have a snippet that you named one add parameter.
Actually, it's the... so a snippet... so if you haven't used Visual Studio, let's go back another step. So in Visual Studio, you have snippets. So you can say like...
code chunks.
I'm not sure if this actually works because Visual Studio... Oh, sometimes it works. So for each, for example, and then you press tab, it would show you it would make a for each loop. Prop is another one that doesn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Especially when you're in the razor view here. So we can bring in a chunk of code, a snippet of code, basically. And so what I wanted to also solve, I wanted to be able to... There are some people that are using snippets or just dragging code and it just pops up and what is all this code? I wanted to be able to talk while typing, and that is a skill all by itself.
Yeah, so we do actually have some similar examples. Like first we got snippets when people are presenting is dangerously close to the draw the rest of the owl meme. Be careful.
Yes.
Followed by, look at this nice function I just wrote. It's just 10 lines. And then I just need some helpers. Continue to paste in 350 lines of code. Yeah, exactly. And then we are just overwhelmed and we can't read it and it's mute.
So let's see if you like this one better. So I have add parameter. I think it's like that. Let's try and see if that works. So typically, what I'm going to do, what I would do when I'm demoing is I'm going to add parameter like this. And then I can, in my case, I've selected Control Tab because I'm usually not using Control Tab. So I'm going to Control Tab.
Okay, so you set that yourself, the combination.
Yes. It is actually in the plugin that I made. The plugin is not officially out there just yet, so I need to figure out what we need to do. So I just pressed Control Tab. What the plugin is doing is it's checking that particular line. It's taking the comment, removing the comment, and then I can just type on the keyboard.
And he's just pressing F and whatever. Yeah. Random keys will work for this.
And it's typing out that particular snippet.
which means you can actually say, well, I'm putting in a public int here because so you can talk about the code at the same time. So it's a slow snippet.
So let's say that I want to do the same with the Streamdeck. I can just click the Streamdeck button. I just did that. And I can say, I can talk about it like, as you said. So we're going to add a parameter. It's going to be a public int, a to-do ID, and we're going to add a get and a set. So I can talk about that while typing it out and stop at any point, talk about that.
So we can actually follow.
Yeah.
So it doesn't magically appear. Awesome. Show your skills and code with your foot. Yes.
I also have a version. I'm calling this stage coder. I also have replace code. So this one would just pop up. But that's just the way, because sometimes you don't want to talk about everything as a single thing. Maybe you have done like 3 times, you've done something, just the 4th and 5th, you just want to make it pop in.
Yeah. Especially if it's similar, like the ones you did before with all the media links. Show 1 or 2 and then just pop them in.
So while I was the reason why I'm showing this now is because I actually had a little bit of time to work on this plugin just a couple of days ago. It got me a little bit excited because I think this could be a helpful thing for many.
Look at this quote. Any technology sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic. Yes.
So what I also added was I added a way to, if I just copy this text, I would be able to run this command over here. So it says its stage code is type code and clipboard. So if I press that one, it will just take whatever I have in my clipboard, type it out.
Oh, that's nice.
I can.
You don't even need a snippet for it.
No, I can scroll, move like this if I want to. That has nothing to do with it. I can type whatever I want here. The only button I cannot press is tab, because that is taking me out of this mode. So if I press tab and continue write,
you will see what he's actually writing. So that means magic could actually exist. What if you click and move the caret?
Good question. I don't know.
Let's try.
Then it would break.
Oh. Did it break or did it just continue?
It just continues.
It continues, but it looks awful.
And okay. I can't move, I can't delete anything unless I press tab, because then we're back again and I can fix that.
Okay, so it is fixable if you actually... Yeah, it just continues where the caret ended up. Is it just me or did I just say carrot? What's up, Doug?
And then what's that? So that's what I'm working on, and I'm pretty close to getting this done.
The point of this is so you don't need to delete. I know, right? We need to rename carrot to carrot for giggles. Yes. And make it orange.
Ooh. So that...
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I especially like the... I didn't know about the copy and type thing.
It's new.
Yeah.
Brand new this week.
Awesome.
So what I also have together with this one is that I can do it like this.
We can't see that right now.
Can't see that right now. There we go.
Thank you.
So monkey. End monkey. The code that I want to make a snippet of. So like that. So the other program that I have is going through all the source files and creating snippets, in this case called monkey. So
you like monkeys?
I do. should be named Raccoon. Let's
should.
rename it to Raccoon. That's important. Raccoon. Raccoon. I like raccoons more now.
Yeah, that's true. Very important to rename the raccoon.
There we go. No, there we go. So what I got a little bit of software. It's going through all the code, creating snippets out of them. In this case, it would be named Raccoon. So if I then would, and it creates 2 projects. So it's taking my original project, that's the template, and it's creating one project where it just removes
the raccoon.
Raccoon. So it removes the tag part of the comment here. So it would just say raccoon like this, like just as the one add parameter.
Right.
And if I would go Control-Tab, I can just type that out. So it's going to create one project that is called start and one project that is called end. So the start project only has these kinds of comments. The end project only has the code, no comments. And then we have the real project that has all the good things with the comments. So it's also, so this is the syntax happened, I would say. So I decided that for the syntax, and then I realized this is the same syntax they're using for what is the name of I'm forgetting his name.
I do not know.
Yeah,
Cannot help
Microsoft has a technology that uses the same syntax for extracting stuff. So what I also have is I have comments. These kind of comments I can use in my blog as well that I've developed. So we can pop into the blog here.
Have the triple slash?
No. Notebooks.
Notebooks.
They are using the same thing for something notebooks. So let's. I think
the Jupyter notebooks.
Yes.
Okay.
I
knew a name.
As far as I understand, I've actually never.
Do I get
used
a point?
You get a point.
I want a point.
So let's see here if I actually have any comments here. No, I don't. That's a bad demo. Bad demo.
Abort!
Let's see. Oh, here I have a little bit of that kind of code.
Oh,
So
I've never heard that name. I think I've seen it, never used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the one that's spelled with the Y, right?
I'm not sure.
I think so. It's spelled a little bit funny. Is it this one?
Might be. So I'm actually using that. If we go into where is the repositories? Let's pop into my blog here, and let's see here. Oh, it's actually. I think it's actually in the other project.
Yeah, I think it's spelled like that.
So what Microsoft also has is they have a markdown engine, or they don't have a markdown engine, but they are using a markdown engine for docs. So I'm using the same engine here, but I've added a couple of things to that engine, so that it actually goes out to GitHub and gets the information. So I can show you. Let's see post here. I think I got one. Let's see here. Maybe this one?
Let's hope for this one.
Maybe.
Come on, comments.
Let's see here. Let's see it in raw. So here.
Okay, we can't read that. At least I can't. Maybe people can.
So here I have code CS. So it's code and C#. And I'm simply putting the URL for the GitHub repository or the file at the GitHub repository. And it's just going to go out, get that, and show it on the blog. And I also have a way to add a tag here as well. Apparently, I haven't used it in this case, but there is a way to add a comment as well, the specific tag. So everything is working together with just add those tags. I can get out the snippets. I can use it with Streamdeck and also use it in the blog. So everything
That's pretty
just
cool.
works
That's
together.
pretty cool.
So
So
I'm currently working on finalizing that plugin
Nice.
to get it out there.
So, you know how sometimes you are oblivious to the most obvious things for ages?
Mm-hmm.
How long has C# been out? Pretty long time, right?
Yeah.
I should probably not say this on stream. I just now realized that .cs is actually short for C#. Right now, this minute. I am so embarrassed.
So I believe that .NET is actually celebrating 20 years
I
this
know.
year.
How? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't even know. I'm so sorry.
Okay, since you're outing yourself, I can give away one as well. So, Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's a fun one. Not as bad as mine though.
I couldn't understand why the monster or whatever the pizza monster was called Pizza Hut.
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza Hut, yeah.
Love
Because
Spaceballs.
back then, when I saw it the first time, Pizza Hut was not a thing
In Sweden.
I've never heard about Pizza Hut, and this was like now maybe 5 years ago or something like that. I was on the bus and I was just Pizza the Hut, Jabba the Hut, Pizza Hut the Hut. And I just, oh my God, I cannot tell anyone this.
Thank you for sharing. I understood that reference back then.
Yeah.
But apparently not the CS file. I hate the Titta Vi titles all the movies had in Swedish. I know, they translated everything, all the titles, all the English titles to Swedish, and usually it was just some random mumbo jumbo, not even close to what the movie was about or the original title. Sometimes they even translated it into another English word because stupid. Yeah. Oh, that's not the same thing. Since we're sharing, I have tried and tried and tried, but Kubernetes is just doesn't click for me. Now, I'm with you there, and that's not as bad, but thank you. The .cs is much worse, I think. So you're fine.
Yeah, that is embarrassing. It is.
I know it is.
And you know
not
that
the Kubernetes, the CS.
No, of course. And you know that we're going to clip that and we're going to spread it on every social media.
It's going
so we
on
got
TikTok.
a couple of different social medias here. We just added those.
So you're going to put that on TikTok, aren't you?
I am,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely.
At least I'm not sleeping on the couch, I think.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yep. I just realized that. Oh, here's one. I still got an active project going at are using web forms. Well, there you go. You're working on converting them on stream.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Then it's not really using, unless are you converting it to web forms or you're converting it from web forms?
Please don't say convert to. That would be a fun stream, though. Let's do everything.
No, it's
backwards.
from web form. That would
See, it could be worse.
that would be kind of fun to do, like a stream with old technology.
Like Silver Line.
Yeah, XNA show. Can do some XNA stuff.
Yeah, I need to work it bit by bit. So it has to be done step by step, yeah. The ZX Spectrum. We should really connect and do this. We should definitely do that. Because that sounds so much fun.
Right, so let's take a look here. Let's what did we do? We added find us.
We did that, and we added all the social media.
Added social media.
And the full names.
Full names. There we go. Comment.
Yay!
Push.
Yeah, we need to do some collab. I need to train a bit and see if I can get my fingers to find the print button again. No, we need to do something about that. We should do like a retro programming series or something.
Well,
I
don't think I ever programmed on the ZX Spectrum.
No?
And the funny, so in school,
Jimmy actually has a similar code on GitHub.
yeah. So the funny thing is that in school, we were learning about assembler, and we were using a Z80 processor, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to actually write code in assembler.
No, but didn't you say that this, because of ZX Spectrum, you started developing?
Well, I did. I mean, back then I was 7 years old. I was like 10 print Jimmy, 20 go to 10.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah.
kind of the extent of
Yeah,
it.
you mean you haven't done any serious
No,
coding
serious.
on
Yeah,
on
exactly,
the ZX Spectrum,
exactly.
but you did do the ZX Spectrum emulator, so now you can do that.
and going through all. So basically, making an emulator is basically, okay, what kind of assembly instructions do we have? I bought a book. With all
One
the-
of the few books you actually read.
Yep. So it's I just opened the book and I checked. So the first assembly instruction is this. I implemented that in C# and turn the page.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one and the next one and the next one. So I learned Z80 assembler instructions after I learned it in school.
Yeah.
So I
But sometimes,
never got
it
back
depends
then.
on, well, it's the same with me. The first programming class I took, I didn't even understand what a class was or a method or anything like that. And I took it for a full term. But then when I moved here and I got a better teacher who actually could teach, then it was a little bit easier. We have a lot of nostalgia going on here again. Microsoft should go the Blizzard route and release .NET Classic for nostalgia. I think so. And look who actually started programming on this ZX.
Well,
We
I
have
did
more
as
than
well,
one.
depending on.
Never ran out of memory. I mean, come on. That's so impressive. I don't even understand how people...
It was a while since we
back then.
talked about the ZX Spectrum. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up our.
When I
friendly
took my
neighborhood.
first official programming course, I was told I couldn't use pointers because the teacher didn't understand them. Oh my gosh, stop it. That's just a bad teacher. They're just there for show, basically.
Yeah. So this is my ZX Spectrum emulator
The
written.
ZX Spectrum is strong in this chat.
This is written in Blazor WebAssembly.
Yeah.
So it's running inside the web browser.
It's insane.
all the code is running inside of the web browser. So we can start a game here, for example.
And I know
we go.
how many computation this is going in. It's incredible. It can actually run in the browser.
So apparently I'm super bad at that.
We know
Yes.
you're super bad at that. Your friend sends you.
Yeah.
They mock you by sending when they have actually done level 1 or level 2.
I have never finished this
Awesome.
version.
Aw,
The real
Manic Miner. Yes, love the soundtrack.
funny you should say that, because I do have a development version. I'm going to show you development. So this is
What's
under
really
development.
funny is how much they had to slow down the browsers to make it playable.
So I have a development version that I'm currently working on. It's
Right.
been this is like I think was Tyndall that said 9-month sprint. This is more like a 3-year sprint or something.
Oh, that's true. In my view, this is the original Mario character.
So I created the Spectrum Plus as well. So at our place, we always said 128K. So
Sounded
technically it was that one, but apparently it was named Spectrum Plus. So we have a Spectrum Plus version here as well, and it has sound.
Yeah.
So if you want to try that out, it's ZX Spectrum -development.azurewebsites.net. And
But it's still in production.
it's what?
Didn't you say
under
it was still
development.
under development? Yeah.
So it does have you can play the 48K version as well here. So this has sound as well, but it's not top notch. It's going to be pretty high. So if you have headphones, you might want to
Be careful.
Yeah,
Fair warning.
definitely be careful because
Yeah.
it's super loud.
Yeah. What different sounds back then? Way different. But you have done a lot of games, retro games like that for Windows.
Windows 8.
Windows 8, right?
There were there was a company in the UK that contacted me that at least said they had the license for a lot of
Yeah.
games. Apparently, it was a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
But they had the license for Manic Miner. They had the license for a lot of games. And I started off doing Manic Miner for the Windows Phone. I believe it was 7 back then, maybe 8. And then I think it was like 100 games or
I
something.
think it was
like that, a little bit.
101
Yeah,
or
maybe.
something.
Games for Windows 8. So one game, they wanted to release one game.
One app per game.
Yeah, one app per game. So I think what it was. Yeah, I think it was 101 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was Windows Phone, Windows 8, and also Xbox.
Yeah.
So Manic Miner was in Xbox as well. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
And speaking of Xbox controller, for the emulator, you can actually use an Xbox controller as well, if you want to.
The one you can connect to your computer.
Yeah, the Bluetooth one. And, doesn't help. Still can't finish the level.
Oh my gosh, look at this. I did local radio as part of a youth evening school where I used to live. Every Thursday we would broadcast Spectrum games. Oh, that's so cool.
I've heard about people doing that, but I never...
You never experienced it?
No, I never experienced
Yeah. That is so cool. The things we had to go through back then.
Yeah.
It's
So how did you get your games? Well, we downloaded it. We recorded it from the radio.
Yeah, exactly. And hoped there wasn't a commercial break in the between.
Yeah.
Or we split it up on 10 floppy disks. I remember I did that in school. I downloaded all the stuff in school because the internet at that time was sparse. So I downloaded everything on and split it up in multiple floppy disks and brought it home. Those were the days. I do not miss that. Awesome.
Let's see if if the new site is up and running. Why is it taking so long?
I do not know. You pushed it.
There it is. It was getting all the data, of course.
Of course, because it's...
And to find us.
Yay! We're live.
Please follow us on YouTube. If you're not following us on Twitch, please do that.
We also have Discord, TikTok, Meetup, Twitter. We have everything.
One of each.
We got internets. Definitely got internets. We made it! 7 things, and we managed to talk about awesome extensions and plugins.
Yeah, and a little bit more time to kill.
Yeah. So how are you going to kill that time?
I don't know. we need to really figure out what we're going to do next, because the list is kind of fixed pod images. Accessibility, we definitely need to check that out.
That is going to take a while.
Filter on tags, we need to do that. Add icon, I can't say that for some reason. Fix icons. So we want to add a fab icon and stuff like that.
Oh, is it iconography you couldn't say?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Oh my gosh, you need to, do you have Twitch open? Otherwise, open Twitch. So you will get some inception, because you need to open this URL. I'm sorry, but you need to.
Twitch.com. What am I looking for?
Our chat room, which you will, of course, not get, because you won't see the history, I believe. But then I will send it again. Because I think we need to share this. Okay, so here's the link again. Hey, twice.
Nice.
That is nice.
Wait a minute.
48K plus.
That's a 40. Oh, that's the one. That's the other one.
That's the other plus one.
So this one looks exactly like the 128K version, but apparently it's 48.
Huh.
Okay. So I
but
think,
it's wider.
What?
Wider.
Than the one that I have, yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same size as the 128K version.
Yeah, got it. That is nice. Oh, it's actually not the original chassis. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an upgrade from 48K.
Upgrade.
Yeah, it still sounds like Ben 10 to me.
Well, it is. It is about Ben 10.
Yeah.
So it's working.
It is.
Oh,
okay, so what else do we need to figure out? We need to go through. Could you put in an item to check the design guidelines?
Check design guidelines.
I had it recapped and composite converted, so it outputs a composite signal instead of a straight TV. Huh.
You have my attention.
Yeah, I really need to check those guidelines.
We do have we have a little bit of plans for our other show, Married Geeks, where we're gonna bring out all our old equipment, like
games,
Nintendo 8-bit.
Well, actually, I've heard that Nintendo is kind of not okay to stream on Twitch. They are really, really hostile about those things.
What?
Yes. For reals. I haven't checked it out, so it's word by... I just heard it from another streamer that said we are not allowed to...
Really?
To stream Nintendo stuff on Twitch.
Okay.
They will copyright strike you, like, really hard. Again, I haven't checked that out, but that's the rumor, at least.
Really?
So that's... but we do have an Atari 2600, which I am really looking forward to fail miserably at, but I will have so much fun doing so. You managed to find my absolute favorite game from my childhood. Adventure. It's so It's so awesome. You have this graphic. I mean, it's not even
graphic.
Back then it was amazing. The little dragon doesn't. It looks like a question mark with a stomach, and when it picked something up, like a chalice or its arrow, which I think was a sword of sorts, they put it in the stomach and walked around. It's so fun. But I had a little bit of I don't think I've ever finished that one till the end, but that was such a fun game.
But imagine like the Spectrum, for example, 48K. That's it.
Yeah. I can't even imagine 48K. I can't even start anything, and I'm over that.
I know, right? And talking about, I mean, these kinds of games back then, it must have been super hard to write a game back then.
Yeah.
I mean, XNA today, or whatever technology, Unity or whatever, you have 48 gigabytes or terabytes. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like Nintendo is an understatement for,
Well, I could understand the new games.
But it's the same thing with Disney, honestly, because they are very hard with the copyright things as well, because I do understand. I used to do like the pretty cake stuff before, and we had a cake printer, and we were not allowed to print anything Disney because there had been people getting sued over a printed freaking sugar paste put on a cake that was consumed by 5-year-olds in minutes, and they would sue you for that.
So
I do understand that, but not when you come to fair use and all that stuff.
Maybe we should just explain what a cake printer is.
Oh yeah, it's a printer that you could print on edible media.
Yeah. So it's not actually, it's not a 3D printer like printing cakes. That would be awesome. I want one, but that's not what we're talking about.
You put in some sugar paste sheets or thin cracker wafer things, and you put it in and you load it up with food grade colors. So it was totally...
For some reason, the Ultimate games are also not released as public domain. A Tic Tac, Lunar Jetman, Jetpack. So the really interesting thing is that Ultimate became Rare. Rare is bought by Microsoft. So it's actually Microsoft who owns all of that stuff, I guess.
Oh, well... It's always messy like
what
that.
What was the name? I can't remember the name of the game. P something. It was a Rare game. And in the...
So the Rare is the publisher, not...
Yeah, exactly. So in the trailer or just the first couple of seconds before the Rare logo is shown, there's actually a Jetpack Man flying across the screen. Right. And I bought that game just for that thing because I love Jetpack.
Yeah. Licensing of media assets, but fair use usually, especially in journalistics review terms, is okay in the UK. Getting your valid appeal past the bots is another matter, And we see that a lot on YouTube as well when they do commentary and stuff, some reaction videos and all of that stuff. Sometimes it's okay, but then there's emerging some companies here that the sole purpose of the companies is to go and copyright strike anybody who uses someone's media. Even if it's fair use, they will still copyright strike you, and they sometimes I know there's one channel in particular that was copyright striked 30 times, which usually means permanently banned from YouTube. But since it was the same person and it was the same cause, and they were right now in actual court, they were open to listening to see what the court decided. So it's yeah.
I think it was called Perfect Dark or something like that.
Oh, the P game?
Yeah.
So Jimmy played the P game before it was cool. Oh, I remember the fight between the Anti-Piracy Bureau and that site with a boat.
The boat site.
Yeah, the boat site. That's the one. We all know.
Yep.
Some sort of pirates. I don't know. We saw it on the news.
Saw it on the news.
Yeah. Jar.
So we're kind of closing in. Let's see if we can figure out how rating works.
Oh, you're going to try to
I
rate
don't
someone?
know. Let's see if we can do
find
that.
someone
We actually do have friends
that are alive.
doing things right
But shouldn't
now.
you be in the other? Yeah, exactly that view.
Let's see
Code
here.
Rush is apparently still on.
Yeah. So let's see here.
The tip of the day.
Raid channel. Pick a channel. Any channel.
What was really good about the boat site was that it taught almost everybody how to change the DNS on Windows, at least in Denmark. Oh, yeah. Again, the nostalgia.
For some reason I'm not getting any
That's because you said
suggestions.
Coder Rush, no?
Channels you follow.
We do follow. Don't we?
I don't think he's online anymore.
Oh, he isn't?
We need to follow more people.
I think so. Code Rushed.
Wasn't that what I typed?
I don't know. No, I don't think.
No?
I don't think we follow him. Now we do. That's embarrassing. I was sure
But we
followed
did.
him.
We
Yeah.
did because I saw it in the list.
So did I just unfollow him and accidentally? Because this, I don't like how the UX of liking and unliking, unfollowing on Twitter or on Twitch, because it's a heart. So when I see a heart, I want to press it because I want to give my heart, like Instagram and TikTok and whatever. But when I press that, I actually unfollow someone, which is not what I was going.
He's off again. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So apparently, we're not following any people right now. So we need to work on that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. If you have any tips on who we should follow, that do awesome code stuff that is not on our list, please just let us know so we can.
Hey, chat room, do you have any suggestions of someone that we should raid?
There
do
should
that.
definitely be Are you sure you want to unfollow dialogue? I agreed.
Microsoft developers, are they
We-
doing stuff?
We follow them too. Have I unfollowed everyone because I want to like them again? Microsoft developer. How is this even possible?
I'm not getting those either.
There you go. No, they have next stream tomorrow.
Okay.
There you go. They are offline too. Your sidebar is a little bit off. Yeah. He does do Cody stuff on stream. Do we follow you? Or are we just bad people?
I'm not sure which.
But I don't think you're live right now.
One of the accounts, I think, it's apparently my account. Digital Ocean TV, let's see here. Digital Ocean TV. Software and games.
Then you're out of channels, yes. But we are really trying here.
All right, let's do a raid then.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's raid them. Third
Bye.
time's the charm. Bye.